So I've had Mimosa for over 8 years, and 5 years in I decided to expand massively because as a solo therapist I was booked for 4.5 months and no one could get an appointment. I look back at the stats, which is the joy of Phorest, and in 2016 I had 36 new clients over the year, and now at Mimosa we have over 66 a month. So we've massively grown. I refurbed a 3-story kind of town office into a complete eco building. So we have coconut matting as you walk through the floor, like as you walk in. So I wanted something that when people walk in on a rainy day, I didn't have mats everywhere. It's all the things you've got to think about in terms of the customer journey. Because that really irritates me when someone walks in, there's like wet feet everywhere, and I didn't want mats everywhere. And then the laminate flooring throughout the entire building is eco. It's a nightmare to steam mop, just don't let anybody do it, because they do, because they think they're being really clever. And then it all lifts, so you've got to start sticking it back down again. I've soundproofed every internal wall, so I literally ripped out the whole building. It was a lot of money, but it was something for me that I wanted to make sure that my needs were met as a full-time therapist. My really big thing when I go into spas and salons is when you can hear everybody else talking, which is very different with hair. Like obviously I'm beauty, so it's the thing that irritates me is when you go and you're having a massage and you can hear the little put of everyone walking, like, how's your day been today? Oh my god, no. So I soundproofed all the internal walls, which also helps with heat regulation. I've soundproofed all the windows, so we've got a triple glazing, which is basically it's like a third glazing that we built into the windows that we can take out if we need to because we're rented. But that's soundproofing, so we're on a main road and you can't hear any of the cars, and it works really well in terms of heat and temperature control. We've got 86% recycled carpet that runs up the stairs and up through the hallways, which makes it really beautiful. What else have we done? LED lights. The reason I'm asking you about bills, our gas bill is £4.50 and my electricity is £182 per month. We run completely on aircon units and we have our gas off. It goes up a little bit in the winter just to try and keep the building warm, but that's only in reception. We've now when it gets to this time of year, we close all of our true membrane doors because they're fireproof and have the aircon units on 22 degrees, and it literally regulates every single room.
So the aircon works with what, electricity?
With electricity.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm intrigued with what you guys are doing, because the way that I've done it is slightly different. The thing with aircon units is they try and sell you 2 outside units because they think that you can run a building separately. Or together really, but every room, as a therapist, every room needs to be different. So I need to be able to be doing my waxing and having my room at maybe 19 degrees in the summer to make sure that people's bodies aren't too hot and the wax sets. Whereas I could have a room upstairs where someone's really cold and having a massage that needs to be on 23. And so you have to have different outside units to be able to control each thing, which is more expensive because you've got a unit per room, so it's about £1,500 per room, including VAT, plus VAT, but every room is then its own temperature control. In terms of that's the building, really.
So you have how many units?
5.
Okay.
The biggest mistake was I didn't put one in reception, because by that point we hit our budget. That was like, okay, how do we save money? Let's not put an aircon unit in reception, and it's our biggest room. We're in a beautiful, beautiful building with high ceilings, so temperature's a really big thing to think about.
I thought aircon, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought air conditioning was actually, it costs much more money to produce cold than it does to produce heat, and it's actually
Not
really
many units that we've got.
So what kind of unit do you have?
I don't know.
Sorry.
An eco one.
This is really every summer people say, can we have air conditioning? And every time I say no, because it's really
I think from the cost, no, because it's so much cheaper to run.
Then what? Yeah.
Well, then if you were having central heating, so your gas bills, our gas bills, if we the first 3 months when the builders were in there and we weren't in there, and they had the heating on full blast where they were painting all the eco, so we've also got eco paint, so all of our paints colour matched. they had the heating on, and the bills were like 700 quid.
Yeah.
So the minute you turn the
No, you
gas
said
off,
the meeting.
yeah, the minute you turn the gas off, you reduce your thing. I'm on a different angle from you guys. So yes, there is the carbon side of this when it comes to probably more hair, I would say, than beauty. But when you're in beauty, we have a single-use product. We have a sustainability issue when it comes to wax sticks, couch roll, gloves, plastic products, boxes, you name it. Like we have for me personally, that's very much my angle. That I come at this from an ocean point of view. I don't come at it from a carbon. So I've looked at it to try and reduce our cost, to try and make everything as sustainable as possible. For me, having units that are costing 180 quid for 5 treatment rooms running 9 till 9, I would say that's more economical from a cost point of view and the amount of electric that you're using. Because if your electric bills are that low, you can't be using that much electricity. I haven't looked at the numbers because I don't understand what that is.
I suppose it comes back to what you were saying, is that it's very hard to be able to say 100% we are doing absolutely everything, and most businesses aren't going to practically be able to